Do you want to know how to get some of the best deals on a Disney cruise? Let's find out. Hello and welcome to the Evans Family Travel YouTube channel. Today we're talking about how to get the best deal on a Disney cruise. Disney does not do sales like other cruise lines. Right now, as of filming, they are running their best offer, which is 50% off deposits for a future cruise. So while that's a huge tool to use if you're planning on booking something down the road, you want to get it in the books and make small payments from now up until that final payment date. That's amazing, but it doesn't change the final price of that cruise. So if we're talking about deals, I don't think that this is going to make a big difference. Tip number 1, book off season. Disney pays attention to when their cruises are in higher and lower demands, and typically speaking, those are going to match up with when kids are either in or out of school. When kids are in school, those prices are going to drop because there's not as many families looking to book those cruises. When kids are out of school, a lot of people are trying to book a Disney cruise. Those prices will jump up. And that means by changing your cruise search by a couple of weeks, you could end up saving thousands of dollars depending on the itinerary you're looking at. Tip number 2, book early. Disney is usually going to have the lowest prices for their cruises as soon as they release the new itineraries. Paying attention to when those itineraries are being released is going to give you the best chance to get in on those early rates, and that gives you the benefit of either as those prices continue to go up, you're locked in at that price already, or if those prices go lower, we can typically change your price to match that lower price. Tip number 3, book late. This is in direct contradiction with tip number 2, but after that final payment date, if Disney has any leftover staterooms that haven't been booked, they're going to want to fill those up, and they'll do it by giving better deals the closer to the sail date. Rayleigh and I just got done doing this for a cruise in January, and we have a handful of tips that we came away with that we want to share with everyone. First, we're going to talk about logistics. Before you book that last second cruise, it's important to make sure that you can get the time off of work, have childcare, pet care, and your travel documents lined up, as well as making sure that everything's going to be within budget. After that final payment date has passed and those prices start to lower, Disney is going to have you pay for that cruise in full. You don't have time to make payments as you go, so make sure that you're ready to do that, as well as take care of all the other parts of that trip that's going to pile up with flights and transportation to hotels, to airports, to port. So make sure everything is lined up that way as well. Our next suggestion is use a packing list. Evans Family Travel does have our packing list on our website, evansfamilytravel.com, available for free. That checklist is going to help make sure that since you're booking so close to that sail date, you're going to have that much less time to pack, and it will be that much easier to forget some of those important things. By using a checklist like ours, it makes sure that everything is being brought with and you'll have when you're on board. Everything from any prescriptions that you might need to quick refill, down to having enough swimsuits and enough things to wear to dinner each night. Our last recommendation is going to be using DCL transportation to get to port the day of your cruise. That's going to give you access to an earlier boarding time and access to the ship's Wi-Fi as soon as possible. The reason that's going to be important is anyone who is booked prior to that final sail date will have had an opportunity to do their online registration first, giving them access to those earlier boarding times, as well as they're going to have had access to book activities beforehand before you booked your cruise. So that means by the time you're looking at it before your cruise, a lot of those excursions are going to be picked over. There may not be availability for Palo Brunch. If you had other things that you were looking to do on the ship, those reservations could be gone. Disney does hold on to a handful of reservations for once you are on the ship. Using that DCL transportation gets you there faster. Once you get there, log on to the ship's Wi-Fi, open up that Disney Cruise app. You're going to have access to things that weren't available before. Our family has done that in the past. On one of our cruises, we did not get to book the Royal Gathering when our window opened. As soon as we got to port, we opened up the app using the ship's Wi-Fi and were able to quickly find a handful of reservations for that. We did get booked. The kids got to meet the princesses, all was well. But us knowing to do that as soon as we got to port made a big difference. The other thing is, even if it's not available in app, you can get in line at guest services and put your name on a wait list. So that is an easy way to at least try to mitigate some of the lost time planning when you book that last second cruise, and hopefully still get everything that you were hoping for or would have had you booked months and months ago. Thank you for watching. If you'd like help planning out a vacation, whether it's on a Disney cruise or to any other destination, go over to evansfamilytravel.com and schedule your free travel consult with us today. If you found this video helpful, please give us a like and subscribe. And if you have ideas for content you'd like to see us make in the future, please share with us in the comments below what you'd like to see. Thanks again for watching, and safe travels.
Wilson!